All right, what's up, guys? It's Mitch or Deity, and today we are getting into day 6. So, with day 6, I'm going to move my face cam back down to the bottom. So, with day 6, this is going to be after you have cleared a Wyvern Hunt 13 and finish all the Wyvern challenges. That is the goal I gave you. I put the Wyvern guide up as to how you can make a team to beat it the first time, to finish all of the hunt challenges for that. So, whenever you finish all the hunt challenges for that, make sure that the next one you go into is Golem. You will pick Golem, you will get the 8 Spirit Blooms, the 10 claws for Catalyst, and then beat Golem, I think it's 7 or higher, 20 times. Do all that so you unlock this. Once you unlock this, our goal is going to be getting this HP set. We're going to be finishing all of this, and we're going to be making our Wyvern team, but I'm going to show you what, or a Golem team, but I'm going to show you what to do today that you should be focusing on to get to the point where you have all this stuff. So I'm going to make the Golem guide later this afternoon. I'm going to kind of talk about the characters that you need to do, and I'm going to answer a few quick questions off of what people have been asking me, mostly in Discord and in channel comments and whatnot. So if you have anything you want me to cover in this guide, be sure to comment it down below. If you have any ideas for like other videos that I could make, comment them down below. Any of them that are good, I'm going to do them. So I know some people are wanting like an artifact guide. And things like that. So with the Mologora challenge, also make sure that you do the farming for spirit altars. So if you saw before, I wasn't to the spirit altar part before. Make sure that you finish that. Hold on, I gotta sneeze. I'm sorry. Terrible timing. So make sure you do the spirit altar. This 500 conquest points is a ton. So you'll get to this part, and this is going to give you 700 T85 equipment crafting materials of your choice. So this is huge. So get to a point where you get all of these, because this is going to be one of the guides coming up soon. We're going to do a crafting session. I'm going to teach you about gear, how to get most efficiently get gear from crafting early game, and kind of which pieces to target. So make sure that you're going to get all these, because you're going to need them for that part of the guide. But just make sure you're clearing all this, and we're going to be getting to Mologora Challenge 3, but I don't think that opens until account level 60. So you might be gate kept before you can start that. So one of the most common questions also with this, if you clicked on Banshee second, it's fine. You're just not going to be able to follow the guide for a day. So we're going to be clearing Golem today and then Banshee tomorrow. So you're going to have to wait till tomorrow for the guide, but you can start working on your Golem team. And then tomorrow we'll be showing everything you're going to need to do Banshee. So we're just going to be beating all of these challenges one time for now. That's it. So you're just making a team to where we can clear Hunt 13 and Banshee or Golem 13 and Banshee 13 one time. And then we're going to farm probably Hunt 11 for the rest of them to get all of this. So that is just what we're doing for the guide right now, and I will give you your consistent farming teams after we are done with all of this. So going into this now, we can claim this, and this, and then also we are on day 6. So I have not been claiming the rewards. I have, like I said, logged in this account for a couple more days, but I don't claim any of the rewards until the day I get there, so that I am not ahead of you guys on progress. We're frozen. So one thing, the biggest question people have been asking is about, should they be done farming or refreshing once you run out of leaves? So you should be burning all of your leaves. You should still be farming unrecorded history in the background of everything you're doing. Still, you should be doing it nonstop, and we're going to be farming unrecorded history nonstop until tomorrow, or at least tomorrow or the next day, possibly even farming more, because the more you farm that, the better off you're going to be. And it's just super worth it to get the farming of it done out of the way now, because we're going to be selling penguins for stigma. So with selling penguins for stigma, we're going to need, we're going to be going into this, and we're going to be crafting penguins. So yes, we're going to be needing to make 6 stars, but also we're going to need some of this for getting a bunch of gold, because this is the most efficient way to get gold, is trading your stigma in for penguins and selling your penguins. If you're curious on how to sell penguins, you go up here, go to enhancement ingredients, click arrange, then you can click this, click that, sell, and then you can sell. And each one is worth quite a bit. So whenever you craft penguins, like that, you see this is barely any. This is only, I'm selling 70 penguins. 26 big ones is pretty big deal. But this is a lot of gold. And for every big one you sell, you get silver transmit stones. So with silver transmit stones, every single week, I need to reset my once you get so many more new characters, let this cancel this after it completes, go back into it, and that way you can click 4 characters. They give a plus 10%. That's going to give you an extra 4 per 2 hours. So be sure to cancel this if you've been running it since the start. Cancel it, go back in. You should have the characters now to get higher rewards from it. So go in and reset your 2. And there, now we are getting an extra 4 per hour. All heroes, wait, what? At least one hero should be above the required level. Okay, never mind. For this one, we are going to be getting 16. If I can click the right character, let him go on there. There we go. So, okay, I think this will round up and we're still getting the amount we want. So just do that. You can do the time down ones too. I guess that helps, but then you got to log into your account more. So I'd rather get the bonus because it's more stamina efficient, even though this only costs 1 stamina. So go and do that after. I mean, today's a pretty good day to go and switch that out. All right. So like I said, the biggest question is people are talking about they run out of leaves. What should they do from there? Yes, you will. Following this guide, you will be burning thousands of sky stones, farming unrecorded history and other content. The thing is, if you're going to be burning sky stones for energy, it doesn't matter whether you spend sky stones or leaves. It's the value that you get out of them. I mean, leaves are worth 80, the sword 60, but if you're using both, the value ends up being the same. So I always say just burn through your leaves now, because if you're burning sky stones, it doesn't matter. So whenever you have your pet set, whenever you're farming unrecorded history in the background, just have them set at use all resources. So we're going to start this video with summons, and we're going to go beat Faustus, or the boss for chapter 10. So one thing summoning is, I've always had the thing of going to channel 1, so this has had no 5-star luck, and because I have not gone to channel 1 and summoned ever. So now I have not got a 5-star through all the days. Let's see if my normal summoning, usually people pick a channel and they go to it and then summon, and it still didn't work. Oh my gosh, but we filled the hero journal, so that's nice. So we did get a couple extra bookmarks. Let me go claim those before we do any more summons. So that's 11 more, so I can do a few more summons for Tamarin. We're almost to pity, which is really nice. So let's go ahead back in and let's do a 10 summon and a single summon for Tamarin. So I'm going to talk about this part of the guide too. I know a lot of you guys want to summon Landy. I'm going to tell you right now, I said in a video before, someone tried to argue with me in the comments already. I saw it, but haven't responded yet. Yes, Landy is a good character. No, you will not be able to use Landy in PvP efficiently without Guiding Light. So yes, she is good for PvE, but I'm going to be giving you characters that will clear all of PvE that you already have or will get for free. So summoning Landy just because she can be good in PvE is stupid. If you want Landy, if you want any of the, Landy is the, so if you're watching this guide later, Landy won't be a banner. And this will just pertain to whatever character is on your banner. You'll have to comment down below or ask in Discord whether the character is good or not. But those of you that are wanting to summon a character, you can summon them. You can play the game however you want. You can spend your resources if you want. But the main point of this guide, the reason I did this, is I've seen so many players quit and get lost and not know what to do, and they quit the game. So one of the biggest things those players do is they spend all their resources, early game resources, because this is the only time you get a surplus of resources like this. The only time. After we're done with this, you're going to be slowly gathering resources and playing every day, and you're going to earn, at the end of this guide, you're going to earn like 4,000 to 6,000 sky stones a month, but you're going to get a bunch of bookmarks. So once we're done with this guide, you'll basically, if you play every day and do everything you're supposed to, you're going to be able to earn a pity every month, around about. So, and as you get more stabilized, you'll be even better off, because once you don't pity a character and you keep saving, then you'll be even better. But if you don't follow this guide and you spend a lot of your resources, so if you spent all 9,000 of these sky stones, you're going to fall behind on the guide later, because you cannot refresh your sky stones for stamina, meaning that you're going to have a character like Landy that doesn't have her specific artifact for like high level PvP. The thing is, the people who use a different kind of Landy for PvP, you will not have the gear to use that Landy. Your Landy, you will pick her, she will just die. She is a not tanky character. The reason we put her on a certain artifact, even if you try to build her tanky, her stats are not made for that, and you still need damage out of her. So yes, some people do counter set Landy. Are you going to get the counter set to make her very viable early game? No, you're not. You're not going to be able to use this character to the efficiency that you would want to. And this goes for a lot of the other limited summons that you're going to be getting, or limited characters that if you're watching this guide 2 months from now, it's not great. So it's up to you. If you really want Landy, if you watch other guides and they're saying Landy's a must pull her, then you can do it. But just know you're going to fall behind on the guide. You're not going to get to the same point that we are in terms of PvE progress as fast, but it's the game's not a race. But the biggest thing I'm trying to stress is I don't want you guys to quit the game because you end up summoning a bunch of characters and can't use them at all. You can't use them, and your version of them sucks, so it makes you not want to play the game. But my goal is to avoid that, so that once you do get to a point where you can build your characters well, then you can start summoning characters like Landy and immediately be able to put the gear on or be to a point where you can get whatever they need much more easy and use them better. So that is the idea behind this guide, but again, you can play however you want with guilty gear. If you're summoning on this, I don't advise it. The only character worth getting is Baiken, but the resource required for it is everything we have as a new player right now. So if I were to try to get her and have to pity, which you're going to have to pity on these banners 93% of the time, it's just not worth it to me. If in terms of a new player, I want to get to a point where I can play the game to the highest level possible. And getting one of these characters, like a Landy, it's not going to just magically get me there, versus using 5,000 Skystones to 6-star an extra 5 characters plus get a bunch of gold and every other resource that I need, getting me to a point where I can get better gear. It's just so much better in my opinion. But like I said, play a game how you want. If you fall behind on the guide because you did a bunch of summons, then just keep trying to follow what I do, but it's going to take you days because you won't have the resources. If you spend some money, then yeah, you can catch up. But this is aiming at free-to-play players. So that is, I'm going to just say that right now, and let's go ahead and do our summons. I need to get that spiel out of the way because everyone's talking about, should I be summoning on this? Should I be summoning on that? Summon how you want. My first advice is get Tamarin. If you get lucky on Tamarin and have a ton of resources, then yeah, you can summon and get the character and it's fine. But if you are like me and you're going to have to pity Tamarin, you are not going to have a bunch of leftover to do all this. So make the choice. Yeah, we're going to end up pitting Tamarin on this account. So it's okay. I mean, it's going to be a good showcase that even if you pity, then you can still do very good. So real quick before we go beat Faustus, I'm going to show my team. So like I said yesterday, you should be beating Wyvern 13 one time and completing all the challenges. So you beat Wyvern 13 one time, then you can go to Wyvern 11, auto it for, I think you have to beat it 20 times, auto it 19 more times, or well, 15 more because you had to do the first beating of it, and then you'll complete the hunt challenge. Once you complete the hunt challenge, go back to your team, and this is going to now be your story farming team. So if yesterday, you only needed to clear up to Chapter 2, 4-10 to get exclusive equipments. Once you cleared that, you do the hunt challenge and clear Wyvern. Then you can go back to story and you can use this team right here. So Crozet, Spectre Tenebria, Tieria, and Destina. So I'm going to go ahead and show their stats. The Crozet, you just leave the same gear on them. Or Crozet, or whatever your front tank is. Whatever your front tank was for Wyvern, put that as your front for clearing story now. If you used a healer, then you're going to have 2 healers going into your team, which is fine. So you're going to have Destina or Tamarin plus Tieria and Spectre Tenebria. But whoever uses your front Wyvern tank, throw as the front for clearing story. So then you're going to have your Tieria, move the speed set back to her, but then I put this piece on, and this piece rolled horrendously. It's probably the worst I've ever upgraded. It was close to being good because this is a high roll. This is a 4 roll. It was close to being good. I think this might be a 5 roll. I think this was a 5 roll. It was close to being good, but then it triple rolled into effect res. So a little unlucky there, but it's fine. Her stats overall are pretty good. And you're gonna have Spectre Tenebria. This is the set that you get for clearing the Wyvern or doing some of the Wyvern challenges. This is like the best overall of all the attack sets that you get. So I went ahead and threw that on her, and then I used the Pegasus boots. One thing with the Pegasus boots, if you don't have them, you can buy the boots from the arena shop and replace them. And then you can also buy the ring from the arena shop. I'm going to be buying that before we get to chapter 3, but I'm just showing this right now so you can see what I'm clearing. I cleared all of chapter 2 on auto up to this point with these characters. Next up is Destina. So Destina is a little squishy. I'm going to upgrade her ring before we go into Faustus, at least 2 plus 9, get a little bit more HP. So this is the current team, the stat lines that I cleared all of chapter 2 with on full auto. So I saved the Faustus thing. I'm going to go in right now and try to fight it. If I fail, I'm going to cut back to this point and then go in and or do any changes that I need to. So we'll try to record it as part of the video, but there's a chance I fail it, but I'm not sure. I remember I just autoed it on my last account, but I don't I think I was a little bit stronger because I bought the arena stuff. So this is the team you should be using right here. In some variation of this team. So it's Destina. If you pull Tamarin, Tamarin will be in Destina's place. So you will not need to use Destina for the story, but you will be using her for content later. So there's a reason I had you get her from Selective Summon. So here we go. We're to Faustus. He does insanely annoying damage. So one thing with this fight is you do want strippers. I'm going to go ahead and just manual it. And we'll just start rotating here. We may end up 6-starring our Destina at some point soon. Okay, so now we'll just hit this. And then we will try to defense break him. I'm pretty sure this will beat it first try. Pretty sure. But so, see, this is a point where you kind of would like to have some kind of stripping character. You might get some RNG with him having anti-crit. So Tieria does have the EE that will give her some stripping potential. I'm going to go ahead and just boost Destina here. So he's constantly getting buffs, and he's getting some. I don't really want to use my cleanse right here, but if I don't, I'm not going to get an attack. I honestly could probably just run this on auto. Let's just run it on auto, to be fair. Run it on auto, and if we need to Arky, we'll Arky. So the mechanics of this fight, I'll be honest, I don't even know what they are. I've always just beaten it without really trying. So as long as you have this team, you should be fine. I'm not sure if Destina ripped her S3 last turn. I hope she didn't, because we are in debuff hell right now. That's the nice thing of having Tamarin for this, is Tamarin strips. So having Tamarin stripping is fantastic. So right here, having the defense down on my two characters, Strays is about to go sicko mode, so I may end up dying right here. The one thing with this is adding a friend with a strong support will help you a ton. So yeah, he did just do infinite damage. So right there, we should have soul burned Destina S1. It would have did a lot for us. So I'm going to go ahead and soul burn here, so maybe we will have to manual. By soul burning here, we're able to kill this extra mob. And that'll mitigate some of his damage off. If we have to go and get more, we can. Or more bulk and everything. So I want to save my souls because I think he S1s right here. I think he S1s and hits Croza right here. So hopefully that's what he does. No, it's an S2. We might be dead. No, we survived. No unhealables, so I'm going to go ahead and soul burn right here just to keep my team at max survivability. And then we can go ahead and SS1 him again. So he gets stronger consistently, which is probably going to end up being a problem. One thing we may have to do is Mola Destina. Don't kill, please. Okay, so if I don't use this right here, then my Tyria is going to die when she takes a turn from bleed. So this is very close, but I am showing you how to do this with the very minimum gear. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so now we'll just go ahead and S2 again. It'll probably kill the other mob. And then we are going to go ahead and just rip S3 here just to try to heal as much as possible. So I will say before you come into this, I would buff your characters up a little bit in comparison to what I have mine at. There's a few changes you can do just to get a little bit more out of them. Because this is cutting it very close, but this will be at least showing you that it is beatable. It sucks that he keeps having immunity. Like Tamarin, if you have Tamarin instead of Destina, it's going to help you so much in this fight. That's one reason I really suggest Tamarin. She helps with all the boss fights tremendously. I'm going to go ahead and just heal Tamarin, or Destina. She's the best one to keep alive. So he's in rage. She's under a certain HP threshold, I think, once you get to 30%. he goes sicko mode. So once he is in sicko mode, that is a very unfortunate dual attack. He's had immunity the entire time. With him not having immunity, we'd be in such a better spot. So having some kind of strip is so nice for this fight. So we'll go ahead and rip S3, but from right here, we are going to start taking so much more damage. And anti-crit is working every time against us. And from right here, we only have S2. So the S2, we have 3 turns. This is not looking very good at all. So yeah, you definitely want more damage, and Tamarin will make this fight infinitely easier for you. So I'm going to go ahead and hit him twice right here. One thing is you cannot poison, or you can poison him. I just haven't landed a single poison. So there we go. Now we landed a poison, and if we land another poison, we win. We got it. Oh, he cleanses. Okay, never mind. The poison doesn't matter. Okay, so the poison didn't matter. He cleanses at the beginning of every turn. That's a little annoying. All right, so right here, we can win if we beat anti-crit. No, anti-crit worked. Okay. So you see where we're at right here? It is very, very close. There, anti-crit didn't work for once. And Dustina is 1 turn away, so we're going to go try to heal Dustina because she'll have her S3. Okay, now we can S3, and we should beat it. So this shows you can beat it with this team with your gear and everything not leveled up at all. If you had your other character, he's going to S3 right here, and this is going to basically kill us. If this kills us, I'm going to be so mad. Cigarette should get a turn. Okay, everyone's going to get a turn. So from right here, we're going to boost us, or her. He finally doesn't have anti-crit. Having a stripper helps so much, but like I said, Tamarin is definitely the character to have in this spot. All right, so it's a very easy fight as long as you follow the guide. You can do some changes to make your guy stronger, but that team right there works. So first try, I was able to do it within the video. That took a lot longer than I was hoping though. But yeah. So if you are struggling with that, the thing is the support that comes in, if you can add friends that have a strong support, that's huge. So now that we have beat Faustus, this is where it unlocks a lot more for us to do. One of the first things that you should be doing right after you beat Faustus is going into your recruit tab, specialty change, and you are going to start Raz specialty change. I'm going to talk about this real quick. Hopefully you guys haven't done any specialty changes up to this point. If you have, it's not a big deal. But the first character you finish a specialty change on and click complete, you get 300 of that character's type of runes. So by doing Raz first, you get 300 Raz runes of fire. And we are going to be needing a ton of fire runes, and we're going to be needing to get or finish Raz's thing as much as we possibly can. He's going to be a core PvP unit or core PvE and PvP unit from here. So he is the first one you should be working on. So we want to give 6 Dreamtime circuits. We'll have to go buy those. Eliminate 500 unknowns. Acquire 200 greater runes in Spirit Altar and win a trial battle. So the acquire 200 spirit or greater runes of Spirit Altar, you are going to want to have the double rune thing, and then you're going to want to go into this and try to complete it. So you can also get a second one. You get one from the regular Mologora challenge, and then you can also get one in here. The problem is the one in here that you get is, I think, wait, did I already get it? This one just auto accepts it. Yeah, so I did. No, it's right here. So this one is pretty far in, and you're supposed to, it's changed especially here one time, is you're supposed to be to this point by the time you get to him, I believe, but you have to do a bunch of these challenges. So my advice is just start farming. Just start farming for the runes. Depending on how many runes you have, you can be working on getting things for other characters, but you are going to need quite a few fire runes because you are going to want to do Mascot Hazel specialty change as well. So doing Mascot Hazel is going to, Mascot Hazel, you're going to need stuff for fire, or Raz, so you're gonna need a ton of runes for those two. You don't have to fully finish their skill trees, but I'll show skill trees and especially change stuff whenever I get to that point. So that's what I'm gonna be working on today, is finishing Raz. So I'm gonna go ahead and show our Golem team. But to finish Raz, just farm fire for now. You will not regret it. You're going to end up using all of them. So our Golem team is going to look like this for the initial clearing of it. So we are going to go ahead. I'm going to force you all to build Hazel. So if you do not have Hazel, which I do not actually, I have not summoned her, you get Hazel for free here. So you need to conquer Abyss 420, pray to Goddess statue, and you need to eliminate 200 magic test subjects. So go into here. I mean, for the sake of this guide, you can use Tamarin. So we need to skip the tutorial, and for some reason it made me... Oh, okay, I need to collect this, I guess. Okay, we're going to do an ML summon too before the end of this video. Okay, but now we are to chapter 3, which is cool. But in order... Is it not going to let me do it? You need to kill brooms. So with killing brooms, you can just go to side story. We unlocked Moonlight Theater. Guide over Moonlight Theater will be up tomorrow. By Moonlight Theater, real quick, there's so much to cover once you beat this. I'm sorry, this video is going to be a little bit long too. I was hoping to try to keep it around 20 minutes. All right, Moonlight Theater. Every single week, you get to watch one of these stories for free for each different one. So every week, you can earn 150 Mystic Medals, which is 3 summons. But if you want to rush this, if there is a Moonlight character that is in the shop and you need to... or you want to get as many Mystic Medals for the highest chance as possible, as in ML Landy is the strongest character in the game, I think right now, you can spend 500,000 gold for one story viewing ticket and watch, and then you can watch it. So this is a thing about whether you have patience or if there's a character you need to get as many summons as possible to have the best chance to get them. For me with ML Landy, I will be spending 500,000 and watching almost all of these. So if you look here, there is a ton you can get. So right here, there is 14 stages. That is going to be 14 ML or Mystic summons. And then we have 15 stages. So that is 29 Mystic summons. You come into here, you have 6 stages. That's 35. And you come into here, and this is 7 stages. So that is 42. So you can get 40 Mystic summons right here. And I'm going to be showing a gold guide tomorrow because I will be doing this. This is going to take away some of the progression on my account, but this is just a show for players. If there is, the Book of Memories we won't worry about right now, but if there is a character that is in your Mystic summon rotation that is very strong, this is the way to have the best chance of getting him. Plus it just works you towards your pity, so it doesn't really hurt to do. The only thing I would suggest is don't clear all of them, just clear quite a few of them, like at least get like 30 summons out of this. So this, I would clear all of season 1, and I would clear season 2 up to like act 13, 12 or 13, so that you can still get your weekly logins and watch the stories. And this one I'm going to clear up to this act 4, so then I can watch for the next 2 weeks on that. And then this one I'm going to clear up to act 5. So we're going to end up getting like 35 Mystic summons out of this. And 35 times, or 500,000 times 35, we're going to be spending, what is that, 15.5 million? Or no, 17.5 million? 17.5 million to get those 35. So we're going to need 17.5 million gold to sink into this. You are also going to need 5,500,000 for pets to get the pet tickets again as your weekly reset happens, because once a weekly reset happens, we're going to be aiming to get a hunt pet. So that is going to be the second pet focus, and then maybe upgrade our lobby pet. So now that all that is done, let me go ahead and show the Golem team. I know there's a ton being covered in this video. I am sorry. That's all I can do. So for the Soul Weaver, right here, we're going to put Destina, but this Destina can be replaced with either Tamarin or Hazel. So either one of them will work. And in terms of just getting the first clear of this, we are going to be using Spectre Tenebria, and then we are going to probably use Fire Mercedes. So those of you that are playing right now, you'll have Soul Bad Guy. Soul Bad Guy is really good for clearing Golem. So you can use him, but the bad thing is the only thing I think I'm going to use him in is Golem. And for the sake of the guide, if people are starting later, again, they will not have Soul Bad Guy. So for this back character, you can either put Soul Bad Guy. If you have him because you started in the event, you can put Surmia. That works too. And then you will have Adventure Raz. So your goal today is to finish Raz's specialty change, because Adventure Raz is going to be applying defense breaks. You are going to want that in this for sure. And then Tamarin or Hazel, either one works. You're going to need to build Hazel anyway, so I'm just going to say go ahead and start getting Hazel built up so that you know what she does, and can use her there. But in terms of first clear, if you don't get to Hazel, just use your Tamarind and you'll be able to beat it easily. So I might come back later today with a second video. It'll be much shorter than this one, but we will be clearing Golem and finishing all that. So your goals, real quick overview. Don't worry about starting chapter 3 yet today unless you finish everything that I have said here. So first thing, I'm going to talk about this too real quick. For the silver transmit stones, go in and clear the shop out every week. And we're also going to do an ML summon before the end of the video. So bang, clear this out every single week. Once we start farming penguins, you will have a ton, or start trading in for penguins, you will have a ton of silver transmit stones. All of this is worth it. The only thing that you do not want to do is buy experienced penguins. This is a waste. Save your gold transmit stones so you can buy all of these rewards every single week. They are all worth it. So cover that real quick. Someone asked about that. Now, oh no. Okay, so one other thing is the rank up pack too. Be sure to be claiming your rewards from rank up pack. As you are ranking up, I am reached level 50. That's 10 leaves. That's a lot of, that's 800 stamina sitting right there. So make sure you're claiming your free stuff you get for the rank up packs. Then now for what you need to do today. You need to go ahead and get your Raz specialty change finished. If you have Hazel, you can suspend Flurry's specialty change and start Hazel's specialty change. Hazel will be a character you need her specialty change for to beat Chapter 410 boss. So go ahead and get her worked on now and at least get her up to 5-star. Next, you are going to make sure that whichever character you decide to put for your backline for this, you are going to want to make sure that they are 6-starred. So you are going to want to 6-star this, 6-star Spec 10A. Mercedes is who I'm suggesting because we're going to use Mercedes also for boss 410. So 6-starring her now and using her for this is going to be just fine. So the bad thing is we don't have the specialty change on Mercedes yet, so she probably won't work as good, but she will still do insane damage. So this will clear Golem 13. I will auto or manual it like I did Wyvern and show you. So make sure this level 60 Raz specialty change is done. Other than that, that's all you need to do. So once you beat Faustus, just do that. I will come back. One thing is be trying to get up to the craft 15 piece of equipment in a workshop. I will be doing a guide over this tomorrow. So today, the second part of the video will be doing the Golem guide. And then you're going to want to make sure that you are finishing all the hunt challenges that you can with adventure trading for the Epic Catalyst. Make sure you train for Epic Catalyst for promotion of a character I talked about. Acquire Spirit Blooms. You're going to be trading in for those. Awakening Heroes, and then doing your plus 75 equipment up. So make sure you're finishing this, and then the Molagora challenge, make sure to get as far as you can within this for the day. Get all of the rewards you possibly can, especially the hunt ones. As you go in, once we get to the Golem part, you're going to want to try to get all of this claimed today. So one last thing that I just thought of, and we are done with the video. I am sorry. There's so much you could be doing right now. One last thing is every single day, go into crafting materials. Go into the highest rarity of each one and trade in your lowest rarity to get the maximum of these every single day until you start running out and running out of everything. So you only want to keep some of the highest rarity that it lets you trade in for in case you need to donate in gold, and you only need to keep like 20 of each. So make sure you're doing Golem and Wyvern every single day. You can trade in 5 at a time, so that's 150 crafting materials per day that you're going to get. And that is the best use for your lower grade materials. The only other use for this is you could craft rings and necklaces and feed them into other gear, and that is super gold inefficient, but helps you progress. So I'm going to just say do that so we can get as much crafting stocked up as we can. Then we are going to be beating Banshee. You only have to beat Banshee 7 to unlock. So if you want to go ahead and just use your normal story clearing team to beat Azimanic 13, or Azimanic up to number 7 and Banshee up to 7 to clear the hunt challenge part of this, then for the Molagora challenge you can. So this will give you an extra quite a few, like 15 total going through them to be able to trade in, and then that way you can get trade in for these every single day for right now too. And that will give us quite a few extra crafts come time. But that's all I got. Hopefully you guys are still burning your arena flags. I just woke up, so my flags are capped. But make sure with your arena you're buying this and burning them every day. So we are currently almost in gold. Hopefully you guys are around the same. Once we get to gold, then I'll be kind of showing you some strategies to push up to masters. And then we should be getting to Challenger by in about 3 to 4 days. So hopefully the goal will be to get there. If there's a reset coming, I will try to push up to Challenger before the reset. So that is it for this video. Faustus is done. We're to chapter 3. Golem challenge is the next goal you're working on. That's all I got for this video. Join the Discord if you're new. Sorry I went over so many different things in this. Some of them I touched on multiple times. So not the perfect guide, but I can't take the time to make these guides perfect, as I'm trying to have a walk along for you. So I'm sorry, doing the best I can, but I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you all later. Peace out.